Hi everybody, in this video we are going to be talking about unit 13.1.1, which is the coordinate plane. So the coordinate plane can also be called, or you might have also heard it referred to as the Cartesian plane, because there was a mathematician, Descartes, who helped develop our coordinate plane. And again, our coordinate plane is really just a plane where we are graphing two dimensions. So we're graphing the x-axis and our y-axis. In this class, we're not going to be graphing anything three-dimensionally. So sometimes there have been other math classes, you might be graphing an x-axis, a y-axis, and then a z-axis, which kind of helps your graph come up vertically and you're seeing it in three dimensions. We are not going to be doing that. And so we're going to be focusing on our two-dimensional coordinate plane, where it is made up of our x-axis, our y-axis. They form at perpendicular or 90-degree angles at our origin. And our origin is the point 0, 0 that we're going to talk about right here. And our coordinate plane is broken up into 4 different quadrants, and we're going to talk about those quadrants down here as well. So with that kind of little introduction, we are going to go ahead and get started. And several of the definitions that or just even the terms that I went over just a second ago are going to be talked about in these definitions here at the top of our notes. So let's fill in those blanks and let's check them out. So our coordinate plane or Cartesian plane consists of a horizontal axis, which is our x-axis, and our vertical axis, which is our y-axis, that both serve as number lines that are perpendicular to one another, which means that they intersect at 90-degree angles. The plural form of axis is axes. And I know it looks like axes. So like you're a lumberjack and you've got multiple axes, but you actually pronounce it axes. So you've got your multiple plural form of axis of your x and y axes that you pronounce it with a long E at the end. So our x-axis, again, it's our horizontal axis. Our y-axis is our vertical axis. Our origin is the point at which those two axes intersect. And we would label that point at 0, 0 as our ordered pair. So that's another thing, it's called an ordered pair, which we are getting ready to define down here as well. But this is an example of an ordered pair. Quadrants are going to be made up of the 4 sections that the axes divide the coordinate plane into. Roman numerals, we use Roman numerals 1, 2, 3, and 4 that are used to name each quadrant, beginning with the top right quadrant as 1, and then continuing counterclockwise. So we're actually going to put those labels down here. So far we've got our origin, which is going to be there. That's your origin. And that's going to give you the point 0, 0. We've got our quadrants, this top right one, which is our totally positive quadrant. So if we're thinking about our ordered pair, like let's say we're going to list off the point 4, 2. So let's say we've got this point 4, 2. And again, we're going to list our x value first because it's going to start at the origin. We go right 4, up 2. And that's our ordered pair 4, 2. Well, if I think about the values on those, they're both positive. So it's going to be positive, positive for our quadrant 1. Quadrant 2 goes to the left. Well, what is our x value? So if our x value on this one goes this way, that's negative. And then to go up, It's got to be positive. And then think about our third quadrant. So what's going to happen? It's going to be negative, negative. So this one's going to be negative, negative. And then our fourth quadrant is going to be, so again, we're starting at the origin. It's going to be positive, negative. Looking at, again, the positive values of X, the negative values of Y. So it's going to be positive, negative. What else do we need to label on here? We need to label that this right here, our horizontal axis, is our x-axis. And then our vertical one is our y-axis. And then let's go up and we're going to talk more about our definition of an ordered pair. It's a pair of numbers that describes a location of a point on the graph. And it gives it in the order of x, y, where x and or y can be positive or negative. The x coordinate is the first number in the ordered pair. And it gives the horizontal distance or location of the ordered pair. And the y coordinate, which is the second number, it gives the vertical distance or location of the ordered pair. And here it says label each quadrant, which we've done. We have done both axes, the origin, and we have not done the point -4, -2. So I'm going to put that point -4, -2. So I'm going to go, we start at the origin, we go left -4, and then we're going to go down to -2. And so my point ends up being right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and label it. I've got -4, -2 for that point. All right, let's look at the next page. So a reminder, steps for plotting points of ordered pairs on the coordinate plane. So the first one is that we're going to determine the x coordinate. So beginning at the origin, we are going to move horizontally the distance given by the x coordinate. If the x coordinate is positive, we are going to move to the right. If it is negative, we are going to move to the left. And then we're going to determine the y coordinate. So instead of beginning at the origin this time, like think about when we're graphing a point, like when we graphed -4, we started at the origin and then we went 1, 2, 3, -4. And then we went, okay, now I got to go down 2. So I'm starting this time not at the origin, but at the x coordinate, right? Then I'm going to go down 1, 2. And that's how I graphed that -4, -2 on the previous page. So this time we are beginning at the x coordinate. Move vertically the distance given by the y coordinate. If the y coordinate is positive, which direction are we moving? We're moving up. If the y coordinate is negative, which direction are we moving? We're moving down. And then finally, you're going to draw a point or a dot or something similar there at the ending location and then label the point with the ordered pair. We don't always label, sometimes we do. All right, so what you guys are to do in this example, it says plot the following ordered pairs in the sequence given on the axes below, then connect the points. So first what I want you to do is we're gonna go draw in that ordered pair of 1, -2. So I'm gonna go 1, -2. All right, I'm gonna cross that one off so I don't lose my place. Then I'm gonna do 3, 5. So over 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're supposed to draw a line. And you should get out a straight edge. Like even your Bulldog card or your student ID or the edge of your notebook or the edge of a book, the edge of your phone. use your straight edge to draw that line. And then we're gonna do 1, 5. So over 1, up 5. And then from here, honestly, you should pause the video. Pause the video. You should be able to graph these and then connect in between each point that you're drawing, connect that line, and then cross off the order pair that you just did so you don't get it confused. And then hit play on the video, and hopefully you've got the right shape by the time you're done with this. So go ahead, hit pause on the video. I'm gonna draw these other points and connect them, and hopefully our shapes end up matching at the end. So next one, we've got 0, 2. Don't think that this is 2, 0. A lot of times I'll get students drawing the point there. That would not be correct. So this point here would be 2, 0. So that is not the same as 0, 2. All right, then we've got -1, 5, -1, 5. And I need to connect. I'm already forgetting to connect my points here. -2, 5. Then we've got -3, 2. Then we've got -4, 5. Then we've got -6, 5. -4, -2. Oh, I just made a mistake. Back it up. Sorry guys, I did -4, +2. It's -4, -2. Okay. See, that's why you should get a straight edge. That's terrible. All right, -2, -2. I'm starting to sing the fight song in my head. Western Bulldogs, Western Bulldogs. On to, what is it? On to victory. And then I don't know it, so then I go. Western Bulldogs, Western Bulldogs. I don't know. Yay! Go Bulldogs. Obviously, I don't know the fight song. All right, -1, and I obviously can't sing and plot points at the same time. Here we go. -1.5, 0. And then we got -1, -2. We're going back down. And then let me guess, the last one's over here. Am I right? Or that's gonna be 1, -2. Yes, there. Yay! So you should all be singing the Western Bulldog song now in your head as well. All right. Next one, determine what quadrant each of the following points lies in, or if it lies on either the X or Y axis. So I'm going to draw a little postage stamp graph down here with my quadrants labeled. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And -3, 7. So -3, -7, that's going to be quadrant 3. -1, +2, that's going to be quadrant 2. 7, 0, so that's going to be +7, 0, that's going to be on the x-axis. 7 coming over 7, -9, that's going to be quadrant 4. +1, +10, that's going to be quadrant 1. And then our last one of 0, -3, we go 0, and then we go down 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the y-axis. And that is it for this video. That was pretty short and sweet. Thanks for tuning in.